Music and life to the full.
xRhythms.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with the wonderful and talented Tina Boonstra. How are you doing, Tina?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. I'm enjoying this really nice bit of sunshine that we're having.
Yeah, I think everyone is, although in this studio it's a little bit warm. Let's start at the beginning. What was it like growing up in a missionary family?
I guess it's kind of hard to know what it was like compared to other families because you only get one family, so what you have is normal and what everybody else has is weird. What was different to most kids I knew and most people I knew is that we moved around a lot, especially when I was younger. We moved around a lot. I went to quite a lot of different schools, and so there was just always change happening, always new people to meet, new places to go, but also kind of hard to feel like you belong anywhere because your experiences are so different to what other people have.
So is there a place that you remember especially as being like really good, or is it one of those situations where your experiences at each place you lived at was especially unique so that they can't really compare?
The places where I felt happiest, it wasn't necessarily the most beautiful places or the most exciting places. It was the places where I felt connected with other people and I had friends. Those are the things that really made a difference.
So along this journey, you're moving place to place, making new friends at each place you go to. At what point did you start getting involved in music?
My mum used to play guitar and I was super embarrassed by that. She used to play at church when I was really small, and then when we got older, my sister played guitar. I actually wrote a song before I could play anything. I just kind of like came to me. I just suddenly like this whole song kind of came in one go, and I remember like writing it down and then going to my sister and be like, I've written a song, and she was like, oh, cool. And then she tried to like put music to it, but we couldn't like figure out how that worked.
Yeah.
So that made me feel really frustrated, and after that I really wanted to learn how to play an instrument just so that I could put music to my own songs.
When you started doing it regularly, you started learning guitars, did you envision yourself like as these songs coming up in churches that you were at, or were you writing solely from the point of I have this need to write songs, I will write songs and they will be played somewhere?
I was writing loads of different types of songs right from the beginning. I was writing songs about my feelings, about what I felt it was like as, growing up, being in high school, about friends, about boys, about stuff I'd just make up. And I also wrote worship songs. I guess I always thought that in the end what I would write would be songs for people to sing at church. I loved singing at church, and I loved being in that place of like connecting with God, and I really wanted to find ways to do that, and I thought that writing songs for church was that way. Okay,
so you've been writing new songs, you've been growing, adapting, trying different things, and you join the open mic circuit in London. Can you tell us a bit more about how that started and maybe the differences you experienced between the church and the open mic circuit?
What happened was I was writing all these songs for church and feeling really frustrated that nobody really wanted to sing them. And I sort of felt like it was almost like, if I was a carpenter and I was making coffee tables and I had all these coffee tables in my house, but nobody wanted a coffee table, and I was like, what's the point of making all these coffee tables when nobody wants a coffee table? My boyfriend, who's my husband now, he was like, well, why don't you just go and sing in an open mic night? Like, if that's something you want to do, just do it. It wasn't always a success. Sometimes it was a bit of a disaster. I played some weird places or like messed up. Definitely did a bunch of really embarrassing things, but actually through that process it was really, really fun and really liberating. And then I met this a producer called Trevor Michael, who we like really got on. I sent him some of the demos that I'd recorded myself, and he was like, yeah, cool, like, let's do it. And I was like, really? Are you sure?